I'm kind of always got a list, and I have a running calendar in my kitchen, and it's kind of right where I'm at, or right where I'm always at. And I like to have it where I know what I'm going to. I kind of think the night before what I'm going to do, and so like today, I kept putting this one project off. So see, I have a calendar. I'm going to show you. Let's see if I can turn it. I'm learning this. So I have I bought this calendar today at Walmart, $5. I don't know if I'm gonna love it. Doesn't have tabs for the months, but you know what? I was being cheap. I really wanted this one. It was $20. But anyhow, I write down everything I need to do, and like I've already got my bread made. I put my what I'm having for dinner on it, what I want to get done. This clean the camper. This is hard to do, and iron, 2 biggies that I like to put off. So anyhow, right now we're hitting that project. So I'm going to go outside, and we went camping about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't cleaned the camper out, so it could be bad. Okay, so I'm starting the camper, and it's a big ordeal. And I don't know if I'm going to get it all done today, and I have to work tomorrow, so I'm not going to get a ton done. But I want to be ready. So we have space in here, but it's kind of weird. So I'm trying to come up with some ideas, and I'm hoping today to get some. I'm going to start with this stupid fridge. I already sprayed it down. This is kind of what the camper, yeah. It's kind of a cute little place. But if you want to see some nasty, not nasty, but it's just, I like things in order, and we have our bed down here. And then we've got some storage over here and down here. Now this is like the worst part. It is seriously thrown in there, and I'm worried about some wires. And then over here we have another like tall one. And then again, like there's space, but okay, there's the hot water heater and a lot of, I'm like embarrassed to even show it. And then like here's where I normally put like our food, and it works well for that. And then we've got like our silverware here, and then there's like space down there, so I could probably do something down there. This does not work very well. It's got some pans in there. And then when the camper's open, like this section pulls out. And then we've got some storage under the beds. I have no counter space at all, and I know we're camping, but I would like to somehow, I'm looking at a table. It's like $35, and I think I could fit it. Yes. Ooh. That's gross. Back there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. And then we've got some storage over here, but see, again, it's like everything. It's just kind of thrown in here. So this is my thing. It's my thing to tackle. And then we'll be ready when it's time. But right now, the fridge is priority. And that might be all I get to today. I had a couple thoughts. And like I said, one of the reasons why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, I hate bleach, and this is the only cleaner I have right now, and it stinks. But anyhow, is there's not a lot that I could find, and I did look the other day, that talk about being a mom of older kids. You know, I know there's a lot out there of big families, and they homeschool, and that's great. And I learn a lot from them. You know, I will definitely reference them probably more than anything else. But I just feel like there's nobody talking about how to be a mom of a married daughter. And I gotta tell you, it's been tough. Not tough as in like, you know, there was a growing in my heart, or how do I put it? There was a change in me. There had to be a change in me because, you know, as the Bible says, that once they become married, that they two become one. And I can't get in the way, and I can't get in the way of my daughter and her husband and what they do, and I need to find my place. And that was finding my place. I found that so hard. I no longer know where I'm allowed and where I'm not allowed. And the first year has been the toughest, and I think it's going to get better. He's, you know, they are young. They're doing phenomenal, but they are young, and they're still figuring it out, and they don't want a whole lot of our advice. You know, they got to make the mistakes that we made in the beginning. And I think that's been a tough one to remember, because it was still my baby girl. And yes, I think part of it is it was quick, and she was young, and I don't know if I was mentally ready for that. And people say, well, why did you let them get married so young? There was no stopping them. And it was do it with a blessing, and there's nothing wrong with the man she married. We love him. He loves her. They are doing life great. They are learning along the way, just like my husband and I did, and we had to make our mistakes, and we just did them differently than they did, and, you know, but it is different. And I think that people overlook that, you know, we still have a place in their life. Actually, my daughter's father-in-law said the other day, I said, well, I can't say much. And he's like, no, you can say something. I can, but I have to do it in love. And I have to do it in a way that if they decide to not go the route we went or do things the way we did, like, okay, we homeschooled both of them, my daughters, and he was homeschooled. But if they decide not to homeschool, I can't hold that against them. I have to love them. I will be there as a grandma, and I will love my grandkids, and I will be there to help them. But I have to be okay with that. I have to be, I have to be willing to be not hurt by that. Not hurt by the decision that they decide to do it just a little differently than we did. And to know that that's okay. But to be a sounding board and to be loving, and now it's a time of being her friend. And I can be her friend. You know, you hear over and over, you can't be your kids' friends. But now I can. Now we can have that type of relationship where she can call me and talk to me. And I have that, and I'm so blessed by that. So blessed. I mean, we went through a time in our lives where I didn't know where God was taking her. And honestly, it wasn't God. It was a lot of other things. What are you doing? I have a dog who's driving me crazy sometimes. Anyhow, I just felt like that was on my heart, that sometimes we need to remember that we are allowed to voice a little bit of what we're thinking, but do it in love. I have a friend, and they think they can teach their kids a lesson, and they're married. I can't teach her a lesson. She's sure, you know what, they're going to hurt you. And you're probably going to, you know what, how many times have you talked about your mom and the things that she does to drive you crazy? Well, guess what? Now we're the moms that are being drove crazy, that are driving them crazy. And I don't want to do that on a regular basis. I want her to be, to have love for me, that she can count on me and know that I'm not against her, that I'm for her, and that I'm not trying to make her feel guilty, and that I just want to love her. And man, oh man, what I'm saying is being convicting. God's working on me right now too. And I feel like us as moms of older children, we need to learn that. We need to learn how to love our children at a distance, but be there when they need a shoulder to cry on. And be there. You know what? The other day, my daughter called my husband, and she said, Dad, we're going to go yard sailing. Do you want to go? And he has a list, and he is a list doer, and he did not want to stop. He didn't want to go. He's like, I got so much to do. And I said, whoa, she doesn't do that very often. I think you should go. I think you need to be available to her. You know, when they reach out, they want you to come. They want you to be there. And we can't let the life that we have going on stop us. Yes, we can't do it all the time, but there's certainly times we can do it. And I try to make that effort all the time. I don't know how many times I've had to drop things because I want her to know I'm still here for her. That just because she doesn't live under my roof, that I'm still her mom and I still love her, and that she's not a second thought to me. And I think it's hard for them when they leave too. Like, where's my place now in the house? I don't have a room anymore, and I don't have, well, she even gave me back her ornaments, my ornaments on the Christmas tree. And she does, she has them. But you know, they just don't have that place. And they're trying to figure it out as well as that we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure out what is different and how we can be there for them. Just a little thought that I had regarding my daughter and some of the trials we've gone through. And I will go into more of before she got married, how life was. And then even as she's gotten married in the first year, they're all trials. My youngest daughter struggled. That's her sister. That's her sissy. And she misses her. And she doesn't know how to deal with this. So we're just learning. We definitely made progress. And I think I'm going to have to, I put this is above our sink and stove. and I put all the plates and stuff here. I'm just trying to think of like when I cook, because the table goes here, so I have a hard time getting to this, and I don't use these as much, and I'm debating whether even I need them. And then I did put a few things down here. So the stove, or the fridge, and the microwave are cleaned out, hallelujah. And then this is down here. Now, like the baking, I always have great intentions, but it's coming. It is.